Keep on rocking in the free world. Check one, check two. We are going live. We're live. We're live. Anthony Blinken. Kick it. In the free world. Oh my God, look at this guy. You are looking at Anthony Blinken, the Secretary of State, jamming in the Ukraine with a rock band in Kiev. What the hell is he doing? Got a nice guitar. It's got an Epiphone. Get in the free world. Keep on. What have we become? What have we become? There you go. More reporting on Anthony Blinken. Anthony Blinken is out there. How you doing, everybody? Mark Scondi reporting. Not a lot going on today. Top stories. It looks like I think that the thing to talk about, if to talk about anything, is the Trump Cohen trial. That's Cohen, Mr. Cohen, Michael Cohen, the lawyer for Trump, is accusing Trump of all kinds of nefarious activities with women that happened many, many years ago. Sleeping with a porn star. Oh, for shame, Trump. Right? So that's going on. And as that's happening, Trump is surging across America in popularity. If you could point to any place in history where a president was being attacked so viscerally by the opposing party, trying to get him thrown in jail, trying to get him arrested for tax evasion, trying to bleed his resources, smear his good reputation. I haven't seen this in my lifetime. I don't know. I mean, I've seen some bitter, knock down, drag out elections, but nothing like this, where people are trying, like a kangaroo court, people trying to get each other thrown in jail. So that's what we're going to look at today. There's all kinds of other little story. A 9-year-old boy ducks a bullet. FBI warning the gay parade, the pride parades may be targeting, being targeted. Excuse me, I'm having a little clarity problem these days. I got to get out and got to do something about that. Not really sure. Sometimes life is funny like that. As you get older, sometimes you have good days, sometimes you have bad days, and you're not always 100%. That's something you never realize when you're a kid. You never realize when you're a kid that people in their 60s and 70s could have a bad day, a physical day. And now, as I step into I have my toe in the 60s. I tend to realize that things are, the body isn't as vibrant. Your mind isn't as fresh as a young person, right? And what does that say about our leader, Joe Biden, who's 81? Right? He could be my father, right? And he's running the country. But he's showing signs of senility all over the place. That is significant in American history. Nowhere in American history has a senile man, sitting president or not, ever been elected to the highest office. Noticeably senile, noticeably brain fog, confused. Right? So we'll look at that as well. Good morning, Weevil Girl in the house. Good morning, everybody. Deborah Q in the house. She's going to write a song for me. I can't wait. Zoot Cooter. Bored annoying. Name change. What's up, Bored? Champs. William R. Hall, great artist from Syracuse, New York, says, William R. Hall says, sad day for Neil Young. Yeah, man. I like that. I used to like that song. Keep on rocking in the free world. But now it's Anthony Blinken singing it, and it just kind of killed the song, Definitely killed it. It killed it in a bad way. So this is my thumbnail today. There he is, Michael Cohen, former lawyer, former talking head for Donald Trump when times were good. And the minute the alphabet agencies went after Michael Cohen with a vengeance. I believe he sat in jail for a while for lying and cheating and stealing. And Trump was at his trial, or it was Trump's trial, where Cohen was testifying. We'll look at that briefly. I don't want to get too into these fake trials and these stupid kangaroo court type activities in our great democracy. I think Trump is doing fantastic. It's hard. It's hard when you're being accused of ridiculous, nefarious activity, and Trump shows no signs of weakness at all. In fact, he looks like he's getting stronger from it, right? So we'll look at that story. I have a website every morning, 9 a.m. We're here, we're live. Whatever the top story is, today it's just a hodgepodge of little stories. Sometimes the stories are big, and they'll continue to get bigger as we head into this election season. Every morning, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here in the United States, wherever you're watching. Roger Hopp, I'm sorry, I missed you in the beginning. Roger Hopp is out there in the Netherlands as well. We're all over the world. We're everywhere. 9 a.m. All right, so come join us. And so let's start here. This is a crazy story. Boy, 9 years old, ducks for cover as bullets from drive-by shooting ripped through Texas home. What the fuck is going on? He's a 9-year-old. Let's watch.
Yeah. Top of the morning. Yeah, newly released video shows the terrifying moments of a drive-by shooting in West Fort Worth. 6 children were injured in that attack earlier this month. Fox 4.
What the hell is going on? Why are people gunning down a house full of kids? Why? What is it?
First Paige Ellenberger joins us live at the Fort Worth Police Department with the latest on this story.
Paige. Hello, Paige.
Hey, Matisia, and that new video shows a young boy just inches away from being hit by a bullet that came flying through his apartment wall. Let's take a look at that video. And it shows 9-year-old Errol Hill walking through the living room of his family's apartment, the windows facing the street. As he gets on his couch, shots ring out and he quickly puts his head down. Once there's a break in the shooting, he immediately runs to his mom's room for safety.
Crazy.
This drive-by shooting injured 6 people ages 3 to 19.
That is sick,
at the Miramar
right?
Apartments off of Las Vegas Trail in West Fort Worth. The most seriously injured was a 3-year-old girl. When Earl found his mom, who works as a medical assistant, she immediately rushed to provide aid to those who were shot.
As I was standing out here, you could hear everybody screaming downstairs. And the screams were hurt screams, not playful screams.
I was just glad that I didn't get hit, but I felt bad for those kids who got hit.
Yeah, man. That's pretty crazy, man, right? A 9-year-old kid, they're ducking bullets, right? What caused it? What happened there? We don't know. Let's blame the gun. Let's say, let's take guns off the street and that'll solve the problem. I don't think so. There'll be drive-by fires, right? People throwing bombs and fire bombs because they don't have a gun. Crazy people do as crazy people are, I think so. But that's the state of things down there in Texas. Children are being shot at. This is unusual to me. Maybe it's unusual to you. FBI warns terrorist groups may target pride events. Terrorist groups? What terrorist groups are targeting pride events? Let's find out.
Vanessa and Craig, the FBI says they want people to know that terror groups and their supporters may take advantage of those increased gatherings that we see happening during Pride Month. They want people to be vigilant.
What terrorists? Who? Just any old terrorist? Anybody is going to target pride marches? This sounds political to me. Why? All right. So the Hamas terrorists, right? Is that what we're trying to say today? Who's the terrorist of today, according to mainstream media? Oh, that's the people defending their homeland in Gaza. They're terrorists, and they're going to target pride marches here in the United States, right? So.
and stay on alert, especially as this warning comes 8 years after that devastating shooting at Pulse nightclub, which killed 49 people. Now, here's what
Well, let's bring up the gay shooting, the shooting.
to know if you're planning to attend any of these Pride events or celebrations.
So indicators of potential threat activity: violent threats made online, person or male; photography of security equipment. You're not allowed to photograph security equipment. That's interesting.
FBI said
You can be investigated for photographing security equipment, even if you're just photographing it to have a picture of it so that you might put it in your own home.
as some indicators of potential threat activity include violent threats made online or in person via mail, taking photographs of security equipment or personnel, requesting information about events and crowd
This is the FBI putting it out there. Violent threats,
sizes
photography.
with no explanation, or attempting to bypass security or impersonate law enforcement. Now that's
Bypass security? You mean if somebody jumps over the fence, a security fence or security barrier somewhere, they're a terrorist. This is where we live right now. We live in
just to name
we got a senile president.
a few. Openly gay city council member Eric Botcher says people should heed the FBI's warning, but still take part in these Pride celebrations.
Look, the reality is no terrorist organization, nobody has any beef whatsoever with the Pride community, right? Nobody even knows what you're talking about. What? They love each other. They blow kisses at each other and carry on in the street half naked. These are not our enemy. Trying to vilify somebody, right?
We should take the warning from the FBI and the Department of Homeland Security seriously and follow the advice that they issue, which is to be vigilant. Our community, we will not be cowed. We will not be intimidated.
Nobody's intimidating you. This is a bogus story right here. This is jumping up, screaming, "Boogeyman, boogeyman!" A warning from the FBI and the Department of Homeland Security ahead of Pride Month. That's ridiculous. That's a ridiculous story right there. Nothing to worry about. If it couldn't get more ridiculous, here we go. UFOs near LaGuardia Airport. 3. That's why. We're always looking for that UFO. We're always looking for
New
it.
Yorker will tell you, you never know what you might see at LaGuardia Airport, and that apparently goes for the airspace over LaGuardia as well.
Mm-hmm.
Last week, a passenger named Michelle Reyes joined me exclusively on the show to share a clip of video that she took from her window seat on approach to LaGuardia back in March. It's some kind of flying cylinder. Some have called it a tic-tac, but it zipped past her window almost too fast to see with the naked eye.
Let's see it.
Experts who have looked at...
There it is. Something flips by the window. It's always like that when UFO sightings. They're always quick, fast, furious, and there's never a real definitive photograph of the damn thing.
Her footage determined this was not faked.
Okay, it wasn't faked. Well, what the hell is it? Could be anything. It could be a piece of debris. You're flying over an airport. Shit is falling off of other planes, flying around. What is it?
And Michelle told us she was not the only person on board who saw this thing. And Michelle, did you say there was someone else maybe on that flight who you later were able to determine saw this as well?
Yes, I had posted the video onto my social media, and one of the other moms on the flight, she said that she had noticed it when she was in the air too. So I wasn't the only one who saw it. So it was kind of,
Okay, listen. About UFOs, right? I'm going to stop the video right there. You're by an airport. You're by an international airport. The possibility of drones being operated in that area are very, very, very strong. Other flying objects. Is this flying object is it unidentified? Well, I don't know. Did you ask the airport? Did you ask the military that may have been operating these devices in the area? It looks like a device. It looks like some sort of flying drone, quick, fast, furious. It's not a fucking UFO, man. It's not an alien. There's no aliens inside that device.
a little more nerve-wracking that someone else also saw what I saw.
Roger Hopp says it's a flying turd. I agree with that. I want to take a little offense to this article too. This is Jimmy Carter, right? Jimmy Carter, great American president, still alive, 99 years old. His darling wife, Rosalind, died about a year ago. And Jimmy Carter is still hanging in there. He's still alive. But his grandson keeps saying that the guy is on his fucking deathbed like he's that's it. He's almost dead. He's coming to the end. Listen to this. Former President Jimmy Carter is coming to the end, his grandson solemnly announced Tuesday. How the fuck do you know? Why are you... What if somebody said that about you? You're coming to the end. Right? You don't put that shit on someone's head. Right? I don't like this guy. This guy's up to something. Why do you come out in public and say that about a great American president? Yeah, everybody knows it based on his age. This guy's 99 years old. He's not going to live forever. But why are you out there broadcasting it? Speaking at the 28th Rosalind Carter, Georgia Mental Health Forum, his name is Jason Carter, the grandson, said he currently visited with his eldest living former commander-in-chief, right? So he visits his grandpa. People ask me, how you doing? Jason Carter told the crowd. He asked the one-time peanut farmer as they watched the Atlanta Braves game on TV. Guys watching fucking television, man. There he is, Jimmy Carter, 99 years old, great American president, watching the Atlanta Braves. And his grandson is out there wondering, telling the public that he's at the end of his game. Right? What's in it for the grandson? That's what I want to know. How much of the inheritance is this guy going to hit, if any? Right? This guy's what is this? A video? Is this a video? Is this a video? We got to watch a commercial, I think. So I don't know what's in it for the grandson. I guess there he is. My grandfather is doing okay. He has been in hospice, and as you know, for almost a year and a half now, and he really is, I think, coming to the end. That, as I've said before, there's a part of his faith journey. Well, let's listen. Here he is. Here he is. Speak. Wait. Let's get this fucking guy back here.
There is doing okay. He has been in hospice, as you know, for some almost a year and a half now, and he really is, I think, coming to the end. That as I've said before, there's a part of this faith journey that is so important to him, and there's a part of that faith journey that you only can live at the very end, and I think he has been there in that space.
I don't know. I see this as nobody should be blowing the whistle on someone else's age or death. Let the guy die in peace. Stop predicting that he's at the end. He might be at the beginning, for all you know. Jimmy Carter might live another 100 years, right? He might be sitting in that chair watching the then Atlanta Braves at 200 years old. Nobody fucking knows, right? Come on, Jimmy, man, outlast them all. So that's the former president, Jimmy Carter, sitting on his deathbed at 99. But here's the sitting president, Joe Biden, being escorted off of the stage. Again, watch this. Where am I going? I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I need the toilet fast. It's this way, sir. I gotta take a shit. I gotta piss my pants. I gotta go. Can you go get my diaper? The guy comes back and says, he needs his diaper, sir. Oh, the diaper. Get the diaper. Get the diaper. Get the diaper. He shit himself. So, fucking crazy, man. Hold on a second.
You're not going to have to worry.
Here he is talking.
The electric charging station has to be defined as a gas station. That's what this will be. You're not going to have to worry about it taking off, and you're not going to be able to make it all across the country without having to figure something else out.
What a moron. So Joe Biden is definitely fucking cognitively impaired. What did he say over here? Let's listen to this.
These incredible...
There was one other thing he said.
Be steady, stay the course, and continue to produce these incredible jobs, and by the way, the pay for the jobs are outpacing the inflation rate they're paying.
No, they're not.
We're gonna be able to deal with this. It's gonna take a little more time, but we're just focused on it.
So Joe Biden at the end of his life, I guess. So here's more ongoing proof and evidence and proof that Donald Trump did draw 100,000 people to Wildwood, New Jersey. Look at this beautiful swing around. Thank you, Hunter the Golden Doodle. Hey, how you doing? Look at all those people. Look at all that red. That is Wildwood, New Jersey. One more time in case you missed it. A massive crowd, 100,000, hard to tell. But I would say it's pretty close. Really, really hard to tell at that angle. How many people are in front of him? How many? Donald Trump is still fucking drawing huge.
Why is he talking about this? Why is he talking about this publicly?
I'm going to say one thing. Trump.
No, this is De Niro.
If you're going to come out and say that you have a really deep-seated hatred for one of the two people running for president, you can't just be, he's a bully, he's a piece of shit, I hate him.
He's an idiot. Colin Powell said it best. He's a national disaster. He's an embarrassment to this country. It makes me so angry that this country has gotten to this point, that this fool, this bozo, has wound up where he has.
You probably, if you're going to express yourself about it and alienate 50% of the country, which it seems like it is, you're going to have to do better than that. You should have some specific things. Like he did some real estate deals with people in New York. Let me tell you what he did to people over.
I would love to hear it.
He did this and that. Let me tell you what he did that was fraud. He did this and that. Why is he talking about this? Why is he talking about this publicly?
I'm going to say one thing.
Fuck Trump. Why is De Niro doing that? What is it's Trump derangement syndrome, obviously. There's millions of people in America that suffer in the same way. There's something about Trump that just irritates them. Whether it's he's a New Yorker, his New York-ism irritates them, something that they don't understand about him, his sarcasm, his humor, his face, his hair. But it's definitely up there. Trump, categorically was one of the least war-like presidents in our history, if nothing else. Excuse me. So here's Trump. Let's talk about it.
Arch nemesis today, his one-time fixer, Michael Cohen.
You have any messages for Donald Trump today?
Cohen was tight-lipped as he left his apartment early Monday, accompanied by his wife, Laura. But 1 hour later, he had plenty to say. The star witness testified that he went to work for Trump in 2006 as his fixer. His salary, $375,000 a year. He loved his job. It was fantastic, an amazing experience.
Trump paid him $375,000 a year. That's how much Michael Cohen was paid by Trump per year. It's a lot of money.
He said Trump warned him right before he announced he was running for president, be prepared, there's going to be a lot of women coming forward. Sure enough, 1 month before the 2016 election, Stormy Daniels came looking for a deal, and Cohen says Trump was incensed, telling him, this is a disaster, a total disaster. Women will hate me. Guys will think it's cool, but this is going to be a disaster for the campaign.
It's not a disaster for the campaign. Everybody knows it's rather fraudulent. I think also most women, right? Look, if in Europe, right, for example, Macron, right? Macron, the president, prime minister of France, is known to be a ladies' man. And a lot of leaders like Putin are known to be ladies' men, right? This is not a disgrace. In most countries like in Asia, that's normal, right? That's absolutely normal. Prime ministers swinging younger women or whatever. But I really don't think anymore that the United States and people in this country are really frowning on Trump's extramarital affairs with, I don't know, once in a while a hooker, a famous porn star. Does it make him any less a leader, or does it make him more human? Right? More, we know, look, if he's reaching out to hookers and such, We know that there's no trouble in his luggage, right? Everything must work. These are stupid stories. These are stupid American propaganda garbage stories. But in this case, the legal system is being activated, and that's a problem, right? You're activating legal proceedings against a former president of the United States over nothing. Garbage.
But Cohen says Trump wasn't concerned that Melania might leave him. Don't worry, how long do you think I'll be on the market for? Not long, Trump allegedly replied. The former president came to court today with his largest entourage yet, including 2 U.S. senators, J.D. Vance of Ohio and Tommy Tuberville of Alabama.
Wow.
This
trial rigged.
Is rigged.
It's rigged.
It's dishonest. It's a disgrace to New York.
The entourage sat right behind Trump, trolling Michael Cohen live on social media from inside the courtroom. Michael Cohen admitted he secretly recorded his employer, a stand-up guy, snarked J.D. Vance. Trump's son, Eric, was reportedly glaring at Cohen as he testified. You saw this glare. Yes.
I saw the glare. Says the woman.
He's sitting right in front of me. He watched.
I saw him glaring. I saw Trump's son glaring at the accuser.
Michael Cohen walk in, and he followed his body up to the stand, and he continued to look straight at him.
What was Mr. Trump's mood today with Michael Cohen in the courtroom?
You know, I thought that Trump looked fairly relaxed, to tell you the truth, considering the fact that Michael Cohen was on the stand. They both looked as though, all right, here it comes. We're going to have this testimony. Let's just get it over with.
Over the weekend, Trump drew a massive crowd to the Jersey Shore. He claims 100,000.
He claims 100,000. You see how the mainstream media is trying to unwind the number? Was it 100,000? Yeah, I wouldn't dispute it. I definitely would not dispute that 100,000 people came down to see Trump on the Jersey Shore on a beautiful summer day. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you head, if you live in the area, why wouldn't you get in your car, head down Wildwood and see Trump and have, like, fucking ice cream on the boardwalk? What's up, Vinny? Vinny DiMartini in the house. How you feeling, Vinny? Good to see Vinny amongst the living. Vinny is up and he's with us. Just hang in there, Vinny. Sickness is going around. I'm feeling the planet spinning a little bit too. Not feeling 100% today. Maybe like in the 80s.
Loyal supporters showed up for his Wildwood, New Jersey rally, but today that number is in dispute. It was a raucous evening.
I've been indicted more than the great Alphonse Capone. I got indicted more than him. On bull, dude.
And the expletives continued as he encouraged the crowd to slam the Biden administration.
Everything they touch turns to what?
Shit.
You shouldn't use that kind of language. Look. You can't use the word, okay?
So Trump's having a good time down there in New Jersey. Let's get a little spin on what's happening in Gaza. Very, very hard to follow, but let's look at some of the reporting by Democracy Now! Reporting on the humanitarian crisis in Gaza. I think that is the real story, right? At some point, if you drop bombs on people's heads in a major city like Gaza, if you shut off the water, if you cut off the food supply, if you make their life absolutely unlivable in Gaza, if you pollute the water, well, there is no water, but if you pollute the ground with salt water, as the Israelis have done, you got a real problem, right? Even if you survive a bomb hitting your house.
In Gaza, Israeli bombs came down on the Nuseirat refugee camp in central Gaza overnight, landing on a house and an UNRWA school housing displaced people. At least 14 people were killed, including children. Survivors desperately searched through the rubble for signs of life.
This is madness. They are targeting people, civilians. They have nothing to do with the resistance or with anything. They're children. I swear to God, they're children.
Yep.
She's the friend of my girl. They play together every day.
This is a worker with the UN refugee.
Who's the terrorist? Who on this side watching this report? Who is the terrorist? Is it the people getting hit with the bombs, or is it the people dropping the bombs?
The agency UNRWA that was hit in Nuseirat.
It happened around 2:05 a.m. in a place sheltering displaced people. They came to the school to be safe, and the school was hit without any warning. One of the school's staff members was martyred, and it seems that there is no safe place in the Gaza Strip. There is no power nor strength except with God. This is enough. It's enough. We ask God for safety.
Elsewhere in the Gaza Strip, Israeli ground forces have surrounded evacuation zones and shelters in Jabalia as Israel escalates.
Israel is surrounding the evacuation centers. So they're promoting get out of Gaza, and then when you get to the evacuation center, you're totally surrounded by Israeli guns. That sounds reasonable. It's someplace I definitely want to evacuate to.
Attacks in the northern region. A new Human Rights Watch report finds Israeli forces have attacked humanitarian aid convoys and buildings at least 8 times since October 7th, despite being given their coordinates and without warning. This comes as UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres on Monday called for a full investigation after a UN aid worker was killed and another injured when their clearly marked vehicle was attacked in Rafah as they traveled to the European hospital. More than 190 UN staff have been killed in Gaza since October 7th. Meanwhile, inside Rafah's European hospital, over 20 U.S. medical volunteers are now reportedly trapped and unable to return home after Israel sealed off the Rafah border crossing last week. Like many Gazans, the U.S. medical workers are now facing dehydration and other deadly health conditions.
Dehydration. In other words, Israel shut off the water. You can't get clean water in Gaza. You got to buy it, or you got to get it in a bottle from somewhere else. They shut the water off.
Ryan Grimm questioned State Department spokesperson Vedant Patel over the fate of the U.S. doctors.
What does it say about conditions more generally?
You got to pray for rain in that situation. Pray for rain and then boil the rainwater. Is that how you get water? You have to pray for rain and then boil it?
In Rafah and in Khan Yunis, if American doctors who only arrived there recently are already suffering from dehydration and malnutrition.
So, look, we have not been unambiguous about the humanitarian situation in Gaza. It is a crisis.
Yeah.
No amount of humanitarian aid at this moment is enough.
No amount of humanitarian aid is enough. Really? Really? You can't stop the bombs from falling on their heads and give them food and water and a place to lay down for a while? All right?
The State Department spokesperson also criticized Israeli settlers who were seen in video blocking a Jordanian aid convoy headed toward Gaza.
The Jew. Here's the Jew, the Israeli Jew, discouraged with the fact that humanitarian aid is on its way to the people of Gaza, and so they're destroying it.
Food into the road and setting fire to vehicles at the Tarkumia checkpoint near Hebron in the occupied West Bank.
That's in the
death toll in Gaza.
See, that's in the West Bank. That's not even Gaza. That's on the other side of the. That's inland.
Tops 35,000. Palestinians mourned Monday the killing of Hashem Ghazel, a disability rights advocate who was known as Gaza's godfather of the deaf.
All right. Yeah, plenty of killing and death. Let's check out the markets here. Yahoo Finance. Whoa, markets are up. It's 937 now. NASDAQ is way up. NASDAQ up 93. Dow Jones Industrial Average up 221. S&P 500 up 28. Trump's stock up another 9 cents, or flat right now, to $53.40. DJT, Reddit hanging in there at $59 a share. Rivian down 50 cents to $10.50. Everything else, NVIDIA up another 12, Google up $1, Apple up 34 cents, Amazon down 130, down $1.50, Meta up 250, Microsoft up 3. All right, so everything looks to be kind of on the upside. Let's look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin, the great Bitcoin, up $2,500 a share to 64,496. Moving up fast, Bitcoin. So markets are healthy. If we had to say anything about markets in the United States, they are working, and you know, so anyway, Marcus Conte reporting on this crazy day of really no big events. We have a sitting president who is clearly losing his mind. We have a former president running for re-election who is being prosecuted in ways we have never seen, even in, you know, banana republics. You know, 9-year-old boys ducking fucking bullets. The Secretary of State is strumming guitar with the guys in Kiev instead of fucking playing politician. He's singing "Keep on Rocking" in the free world, and other such crazy stories. You know, UFO spottings, FBI warnings about dangerous fucking terrorists that at the gate, you know, targeting the gay parade with no evidence, absolutely no evidence. So I guess the theme is you got to take care of yourself. You got to relax, right? People are fucking confused out there, right? People are confused. They're ripping each other off. I went for some car service yesterday. Quick story, and then I'll let you go. I went for some car service. I'm not going to give out the details of it, but these guys tried to say there was all kinds of shit wrong with my almost brand new car, and it would be a very, very high amount of money to fix it. And so I said, great, take my car off the fucking lift. And I drove, 10 minutes, not even 10 minutes away, somewhere else. And they couldn't find a single thing the guys were talking about. Right? How about that? Right? So be careful out there. Don't get hosed. Don't get ripped off. Right? And stay healthy. Stay healthy. Stay happy. It's definitely something maybe seasonal because I'm feeling it right now. I feel very heavy right now. I got like a heaviness. Maybe it's the planet. Maybe it's the planet spinning inoperatively, whatever that means. Marcus Conte reporting.